Ladies and gentlemen, we will now alert. Ladies and gentlemen, a storm is brewing in the Northeast.
Yep. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Chanhassen High School for CTN's live coverage of high school football. Tonight, a non-conference matchup as the Storm host crosstown rival Coon Rapids. Cardinals kicking it off to get this one underway. Field it at the 11-yard line, and a good return. Big seam out to the 34-yard line. Landon Smith on the recovery. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro up above the action, and Jen is down on the field. Jen?
Hi guys, well, this Coon Rapids team has been beating themselves off of unnecessary penalties. I talked with defensive coach of Coon Rapids, Mike Weber, earlier, and he said the message in practice this week was to be intensity. He said that they got to stop being complacent to combat this Chanhassen offense. He said that focuses primarily on their rush game. He said the key is to bring more guys up on the line of scrimmage and to come out strong, set the tempo early, and put the pressure on.
All right, thank you, Jen. And they start out throwing. Jake Miller gets a lot of action. They very similar to what Coon Rapids saw last week against Spring Lake Park. They run the ball a lot. They're going to run the ball close to 50 times a game. But Miller will also throw the ball. And he does have 4 receivers in the game. Straight quarterback draw right up the middle, a gain of 5 yards out across the 40. We'll set up third down.
And Joe, this is a situation the Cardinals defense wants to be in. You know, third down and short, or third down and about 5, which is putting a little more pressure on Chanhassen here.
I'm loving the down marker. I've never seen a lit down marker.
Literally, it's lit.
Early third down chance for Chanhassen. Miller, quick throw, right side complete to Halawadi. Broke one tackle, not able to get to the first down. He'll come up about a yard shot.
And Jacob Miller's telling the coaches he wants to go for it. And I don't think this early in the game they will. No, maybe not. Maybe they...
Well, Coon Rapids, who jumped on a fourth down encroachment, giving up a first down last week, certainly can't do this. They hold here, and they get in great field position. He dropped the snap, but able to recollect it, dive across, and have that first down out to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, fortunately, certainly a big gamble for Chanhassen in this part of the field, but good job by Miller to pick it up. And you talked about this team. They love to run the ball. They're actually missing one of their top backs in Matthew Boyum, who accounts for 9 scores so far on the season. So he's next man up mentality, as we always talk about. But this Chanhassen squad coming in at 4-1 love to run the ball.
Fresh set of downs from their own 48. Another little swing pass this time intended for Alvarez.
Well, and Alvarez would have had some room to run if he'd able to bring that one in. Cardinal linebacker not getting over there as quickly as they would have liked for him to. And if he had caught that, he would have had some nice real estate in front of him.
You can see it's raining. It was misting up until game time, but starting to come down a little more consistently now. 2nd and 10 for the Storm from their own 48-yard line. Out of the shotgun is Miller. Handoff goes to Alvarez, running right, cuts back. Nice hole, and he's going to have a first down at the Coon Rapids 41-yard line.
You know, defensively, you have to be so concerned with Miller that he waits to the last minute to give it to Alvarez. The defense has to make sure they know which one has the ball. Alvarez does a nice job of turning it upfield, picking up another first down.
Miller will stay out of the shotgun. Alvarez and Mashka both in the backfield with him. Another 1st and 10. Handoff goes to Alvarez again. Not a lot there. He'll gain a yard off the right side. 2nd and 9.
Jordan Nolan on the tackle for Coon Rapids. Jordan Nolan, one of a trio of defensive players who had a stellar performance last week. Ethan Tedrow, 16 tackles. Nolan, 14, and Antonio Manos with 12 last week. The defense is going to have their work cut out for him. Then you see a nice job by Nolan just to make sure he brought him down after a short gain.
Keeper this time for Miller, and a short gain up the middle. And add to that last week that both Tedro and Manos also had forced fumbles.
Correct.
And Jordan Nolan had a sack to go with his 14 tackles.
You know, the defense certainly has been playing well this season for Coon Rapids.
They have given them an opportunity
Yes,
to win
they've kept
each
them in
and every
games.
week.
Yep.
Cardinals trying to avoid a third straight loss after starting 3-0, knowing that their last two games, the two games in their division. 3rd and 7 from the Cardinal 37. Handoff bouncing away on the left side is Cade Plath, and he's going to be just shy of another first down. But another 4th and short situation, a little easier call at this part of the field.
And I think it's about the same, maybe a little bit
longer.
longer.
4th and 2. Just a great hole for Plath off left tackle, and able to use his speed to pick up good yardage. 4th and 2. Handoff goes to Alvarez up the middle, and it's going to be really close.
I think where
initially
he has
thought he had it, depending on where the spot comes out. But it's
it's close. Maybe. Oh, let's see where they mark the ball. I don't think they have it.
Cardinals indicating they do not. Would be a big stop for this Coon Rapids defense.
Great job of plugging that middle. And nice job with your linebacker coming up and giving some push behind.
Looks like they're going to bring out the chains and have a measure.
I think he's short. At first, I thought he had it, like you had mentioned, Joe. And what do I know? Yeah, they're
short by about a foot. A huge stop for the Cardinals on defense.
Well, it really is. I mean, you're talking about an offense that is very proficient, and you're able to. You didn't stop them on the last 4th down attempt. You stop them down here, and it's a great situation for the Cardinals defense. Gets them off the field and gives the offense an opportunity now to see if they can kind of right the ship from some things that they've been working on all week in practice.
Good field position for them to start from their own 31. Handoff goes to Miles Taylor right up the middle. Drags some tacklers with him. A good gain, 5, maybe even 6.
Yeah, talking to head coach Mike Bailey earlier, number 6 is the player that, of course, that Coon Rapids runs the ball with for the majority of the time, and he knows that. And he said his key for his defense is making sure they bottle up the middle, not let Miles Taylor with any room.
2nd and 4 for the Cardinals from their own 37. Handoff goes to Taylor again. This time off the right side. He's out to the 40. He'll be about a yard shy of the first down.
I think Cardinals would love to be able to run the ball to set up the pass here tonight. You know, we've watched Jake Van Hulsen progress over the season, and he throws a very pretty ball, but I think they want to make sure that they soften up that defense as we see a Chanhassen player down on the field.
Well, and one of his primary targets not in the lineup tonight.
Yep, and Yvonne Shannon.
I think Yvonne Shannon had the most targets of any receiver for the Cardinals the last couple of weeks.
Avery Poppin.
Not sure if it's coming from his nose.
Yeah, it looks
or
like
his,
it.
Or his lip, but yeah, it looks more nose. They'll get him tended to, get him off the field, and a big 3rd and short coming up for the Cardinals on offense.
Yeah, Cardinals would love to keep this drive going. Don't want to start their first series 3 and out. And it's certainly a manageable 3rd down situation for the Cardinal offense. Well, I'm sure the defense is thinking 6 here.
He will get the carry, and he will get stopped. And now the Cardinals have to try and decide on 4th and short at their own 40. Chanhassen had the same decision to make. They went for it.
They're not going for it in this part of the field.
The Cardinals are going to instead punt it away.
Yeah. Quincy Taylor was wanted to go for it. Was looking at the coaching staff. Come on, we can do it. But this part of the field, you don't make that 4th down. You give him a short field with a powerful offense like this.
Aurelius to punt it away from his own 25-yard line. Good time to get off a kick, and he boots a good one. Angled to the right side, it will bounce out around the 23-yard line. So the defense, or the punt rather, at least able to flip the field. But a 3 and out is got to be discouraging for an offense that only got 2 first downs in the second half last week.
Well, I was talking with Coach J.T. Taylor down on the field earlier this evening, and he just mentioned just that, Joe. He says, we can't afford to go a 3 and out. We need to move the ball. We need to have sustained drives. And I think offensively they could use a little confidence as well after scoring 14 points in the first half, not getting a point in the second half last week.
Miller with an empty backfield, 5 receivers. Sends a man in motion. The man is Alvarez. He gets the carry, cuts back, and dives forward, gains about 3 out to the 26. Cardinals had that corner covered well, but Alvarez able to cut back and at least get a little bit of a positive. Nolan was not going to let him have the edge. 2nd and 7. Miller, quick throw left side, complete to Halawadi, stacked up and dropped for no gain. It'll be 3rd and 7.
And again, now this is the kind of situation the defense wants to put themselves in, is a 3rd and long. They want to force them to throw the ball, just a quick little out to the outside, but great job by the defense, not letting them get that edge.
The Storm right back to the line. No huddle offense on 3rd and 7. Miller rolls to his right, looking downfield. Throws on the run, has Halawadi behind a couple of defenders. Just out of his reach, incomplete. And it'll be a 3 and out for Chanhassen.
Well, and again, perfect situation. They put them in a 3rd and long situation, take them out of the part of the game that they're comfortable in doing, and they make them throw the ball. And that, valiant effort there, but just a little bit too much. Halawadi not able to get there. Cardinals fell behind early last week, 14-0. Took them out of their game plan. Situation better here tonight so far early on.
Punt away. Jordan Doe will take it from his own 42-yard line. Fumbled as he was trying to get around the left edge. It looked like he got it back, but the Storm indicating they do. And they do. And that's a huge turnover for Coon Rapids.
Yeah, it really is. And, that's disheartening for the Cardinals at this point. They just make a nice stop on defense, force the punt, stop them on 3rd and long, and then unfortunately turn the ball over. And especially at this part of the field, it gives Chanhassen great
Coon
field
Rapids
opportunity.
Was going to have good field position. Great job by Cody Brown punching the ball away. See him getting to the ball right there, knocking it free. And Doe just not able to secure it. So 1st and 10 for Chanhassen. From the Coon Rapids 40-yard line, they go I formation behind Miller. Miller, play action, has time, unloads. Halawadi behind the defense, waits for it and makes the catch at the 10-yard line.
Again, he got behind the defense, and it looked like Williams had some recovery speed, but the bigger receiver able to get the ball, and that's a big play. And we talked about Chanhassen loving to run the ball, but you get that defense off guard a little bit. Halawadi getting behind the defense. I mean, he threw that up. And again, he ran behind the receiver. I'm not sure why he didn't try and step in front of him.
1st and goal at the 6. Handoff to Alvarez. Touchdown, Chanhassen.
Now, again, a turnover leads to a quick touchdown for Chanhassen. And give the Storm credit, doing a great job catching that defense of the Cardinals off guard with that pass. You know, they come out here and think they're going to pound the rock. They're going to run the ball here and put it in the end zone that way. But no, a great job with that long pass, and there's the touchdown run. And Chanhassen's going to take the early lead.
Kick by Mao is up and good. Chanhassen has a 7-0 lead.
All started with that fumble on the punt return, and the Storm make them pay. You see it again. Alvarez just doing a nice job of keeping his feet moving forward. Nice little push forward from some of his players, and he is going to get into the end zone for the first score of the game. That will be his second score of the year. We talked about Alvarez is going to get more of a role here tonight because of Boyum being out.
Coming into the game, both Boyum and Miller averaging over 6 yards a carry.
Yeah, Miller 6.6.
Well, a quick strike by the Chanhassen Storm after getting the turnover in the Coon Rapids territory. Just a couple of plays later, they are in the end zone. 2 plays to go, 40 yards. The touchdown was 6. 34-yard pass play set it up. Shai Williams on the kick return. Oh, that was Jordan Doe, excuse me. Good for him to get the ball back in his hands after the fumble on the punt return.
Well,
not a great return, but decent field position from the 21.
And this is an opportunity for the defense just to try and get some momentum back and sustain a drive. You know, first drive going 3 and out, they know they need to do better than that if they're going to compete with this Chanhassen team.
Well, you mentioned getting the run game going to open up the passing game. I think the Cardinals have to do it the other way around. Get the passing game going to open up some more room for the running game. Defenses are keying on number 6 coming out of the backfield.
Well, it's going to, you know, but he's doing a nice job of running the football early on. But
pleading his case that he has the football with whistles blew.
I think they want to try and
4.
soften up the defense if they can. Chanhassen has been doing a nice job of stopping the run this season.
Play action, rolling out is Van Hulsen, throws complete to Marshall Holland for a first down out to the 38.
Yeah, a nice strike to Holland. And we talked about Holland all year, 6'5" frame. They want to use him. They didn't use him a lot last week.
Good athleticism.
Really good hands, can go up for the 50-50 ball. He's got that height. The Cardinals just looking to answer in this situation.
Handoff goes to Taylor, blows through the line, out as far as the 48-yard line, or the 43-yard line. Gain of 6.
Duffy on the tackle for Chanhassen.
Gain of 6 on the play, 2nd down and 4 for the Cardinals.
Handoff to Taylor again, met at the line, continues to fight forward. He'll come up about a yard shy of the first down, but a good situation for the Cardinals, 3rd and short.
Yeah, 3rd and very short. You know, we talked about, Joe, the key, you know, always win the battle at the point of attack, and I think the Cardinal offensive line really has to do a nice job tonight of firing off the ball, creating opportunities, creating holes for Miles Taylor in the running game. But you're right, they also too have to pass protect well because Van Hulsen can sling it.
He's going to keep it, and he's got room. Van Hulsen might just be gone. Nobody's going to catch him. A 55-yard touchdown, and the Cardinals are on the board.
We've seen a lot of that, a really nice design play. Defense going to Miles Taylor, thinking that ball is going to go up the middle, and Van Hulsen, who we've seen with his speed all season long, did a nice job. Good fake, and then gained the edge. And once,
as soon as he had the edge, he was
no one.
gone.
Yeah, as soon as he gained that edge, you can see he creased the lead between himself and the defenders.
Now Alex Findlay to attempt the extra point. They got close, but he got it through, and we're tied at 7.
A great answer. We talked about it. Coon Rapids wants to answer to that touchdown by Chanhassen, and they did just that. You saw in that drive previous that they were able to stop him, kept him in a 3rd down and long situation, and if it wasn't for that fumble punt return, you know, that may have not led to a score. So this is an opportunity for Coon Rapids, again, to go back on defense, play strong, and get the ball back to their offense. Nice run by Van Hulsen. And again, just you had mentioned, once he gained that edge, there was nobody that was going to catch him.
Yeah, he's got speed.
He
There's
does.
no question. He is another quarterback who can be equally dangerous with his legs.
Alex Findlay to kick off for the Cardinals. Back to receive for Chanhassen. Number 26 is Rolando Alvarez. And number 23, Jackson Lukoski.
Alvarez and Lukoski, the deep backs, awaiting the Findlay kickoff. Here's a look at the drive summary. 5 plays, 79 yards, a 54-yard Van Hulsen touchdown run.
Yeah, and Joe, what it does is give him confidence back on the offensive side of the ball.
Findlay angles it far side. Alvarez from the 12. Good blocking to get out across the 25. He'll come up just shy of the 30. But good field position for the Storm to start late in this first quarter.
Well, on the shorter kick, too, you know, they've got an opportunity to gain good field position, but I think the special teams did a good job of limiting what he could do on that return.
Miller out of the shotgun, couple of backs in the backfield with him. He's going to keep it and go straight up the gut. He's going to gain good yardage.
He
Ball
fumbled.
came out. Cardinals indicating they have it. Second down
I don't think so.
is the way our official will rule.
We'll see it again.
7 on the play.
Will end up being a 7-yard gain.
And there you see the ball.
Oh, and Miller able
Yeah.
to get right back on top of it. Fortunate bounce for the home team.
Yes.
I formation behind Miller on 2nd and short. Handoff goes to Alvarez left side, 1st down, and more spins off a tackle and out close to midfield.
Yeah, Alvarez took a little contact there, but kept moving. Good strong run.
24, Nate Briggs on the tackle for the Cardinals. 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line.
See the time remaining in the first quarter, under 40 seconds.
Handoff goes to Alvarez, looking for room on the right side. Dives forward for about 4 into Cardinal territory at the 48.
Gain of 4 on the play.
Storm lining up quick, trying to get into the playoff here before the end of the quarter. They're not going to do it.
Time is going to tick down, and we are going to go to the second quarter with a tie ball game. It's 7 apiece. Chanhassen trying to change that in Cardinal territory when we start the second after this on CTN. Deep downfield, Milwaukee behind the defense has the catch, and he is gone.
Great showing in the 100 butterfly. She can't quite catch the leader.
And it's hard to throw you for a loop.
No, not when it comes to swimming.
Chanhassen moving the ball after scoring the first points of the ball game on their last possession. That all set up by a big 34-yard pass play from Jacob Miller to Carson Halawadi down inside the 10-yard line. Here it is, 2nd and 6 from the Coon Rapids 48. Handoff goes to Alvarez, and he's got no gain.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't
and
think
it'll
they got a
be
yard.
third down. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Mashka on the carry. Result the same, though, 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Out of the shotgun is Miller, has Mashka and Alvarez in the backfield with him. He's going to keep it and try and gain the edge on the right side. He does, and he's got a huge gain. He's trying to answer the long touchdown run, and he does. Miller, a 47-yard touchdown scamper to put Chanhassen back in front.
Yeah, Carlos defensively knew that Jacob Miller is going to be a tough out here. He did a great job of acceleration. Couple of missed tackles, though. You see, Nolan unfortunately couldn't get it out, but once he turned it upfield, there was, again, similar to the last run by Van Hulsen, there was no one on the defense for Coon Rapids that was going to be able to catch him.
Eli Mao's kick is up. It is good, and the Storm have a 14-7 lead.
A good answer by the Storm, as Jacob Miller able to find pay dirt, run for the end zone. You see it again. Again, just does a nice job of pushing Nolan away, and then once he gets past that initial zone, Tedrow was not going to catch him. He accelerated past him, and Cardinals, you see Williams come into your picture, but not able to get there. And the Storm lead 14-0. A 47-yard Miller touchdown run, 5 plays, 71 yards, took 2:23 off the clock.
Well, and we've talked about that the last couple weeks about this Coon Rapids defense. They have been sturdy all season long. Their 2 drawbacks, bad penalties, and giving up big plays.
Yep.
And there's a big play right there at a big time early in this second quarter.
You see Mal Edwards talking to his defense as the mist continues to come down here tonight.
Mao, a high, short kick taken from the 10. And Doe out across the 25 to the 26-yard line. That is where the Cardinals will start with it on offense.
Well, again, now we'll see here offensively, and if the Cardinals can answer it once again, defense for Chanhassen want to step up and try and stop and force another 3 and out in this situation.
Well, and Coon Rapids has to keep pace now. Still a lot of time, obviously, very early in this second quarter. Little play action. They go down the left sideline looking for Marshall Holland, and incomplete, just out of his reach.
A little bit too much on that pass, but he was covered.
Yeah, there's definitely good coverage on the play. Worth taking a shot, however.
Well, yeah, on first down, definitely worth it.
So 2nd and 10 from their own 27. Van Holzen pressured, in trouble, and going down. He's going to lose 6 on the sack, and it'll be 3rd and 16.
You know, we saw themselves get in 3rd and long situations last week, and that's something that this offense, it really just, again, takes you out of your game plan. Just a nice job winning that battle at the point of attack. Stephen Overland making the tackle for loss and putting Coon Rapids in a 3rd and long situation, a down they don't like to be in. And here it is. The offensive line has to do a good job of getting a protection in this situation.
Van Holzen with time, flag on the far side of the field, rolls to his right. Now throws on the run well over the head of Marshall Holland, who was along the sideline just beyond the sticks.
That's going to be a hold on the Cardinals.
I would assume it would be declined.
Oh,
legal formation.
Legal
Either
formation.
way, I believe it'll be declined.
Yes,
and it is. And it'll bring up 4th down, a punting situation.
Well, now at 14-7 score and momentum going back to Chanhassen, you give them back the ball, and that puts a lot more pressure on your defense here to make a stop.
Halawadi and Smith both back to return the kick. Standing just on their side of midfield. High snap brought down, and Aurelius' punt is going to go out on the Cardinal side of midfield at about the 44-yard line.
Really good field position for Chanhassen to start this next drive.
Especially after just taking a lead. Not the series the Cardinal offense needed after giving up the big touchdown.
Well, it's always tough when you're in 3rd and long situation like that, especially 3rd and 16, and you're on the road in this situation. Tough to pick up a first down. And of course, then the missed opportunity forces the punt and gives the Storm the field position where they are.
They start from the Coon Rapids 44-yard line. Handoff goes to Plath rather, the up back, and he's going to gain 4 to the 40-yard line.
Coach Bailey told me Cade Plath, a Division I prospect, getting some looks from a number of colleges.
I formation in the backfield on 2nd and 6. Timeout, Chanhassen. Storm not liking what they were seeing, how they were set up.
Coach Bailey is going to bring his offense over to the side and talk about things.
Definitely want to take advantage of the big stop by your defense.
Well, yeah, and he
forcing negative yardage and getting you this great field position.
Yeah, and if you can score again on this drive, now you put even more pressure on the Cardinal defense and the offense as well to get an opportunity to get back in the game. You saw him last week fall back by 14, able to get it back to a 14-all tie, but unfortunately in the second half they couldn't do anything. If you haven't checked us out on Facebook, do so. We'd like to be liked. CTN Studios, CTN Coon Rapids on Facebook. You can throw some love too, but we'll take the likes. And the wows. And the wows.
The occasional wow.
Yeah. We don't want any angry. No angry faces.
So 2nd and 6 for Chanhassen from the Coon Rapids 40-yard line. They lead 14-7. Just under 9.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Miller under center with an I formation in the backfield. He's going to hand off to Alvarez, running off tackle to the right. He's going to get 2, and it'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Now again, Cardinal defense can limit the running game to 2 to 3 yards a carry. That's a win for them, but that hasn't been the norm so far for the Storm this season through 5 games.
Well, the Storm have gone to 4th down twice and have gone for it twice. So this is a big 3rd down right here at 3rd and 4. I would think 4 down territory. Handoff goes to Alvarez, trying to bounce to the outside, and does. He's got the first down and more along the sideline. Finally knocked out as he approaches the 10.
There's a flag.
And to say he's out at the 13-yard line, the flag back at the 27. So if that's the spot of the foul, the 10 yards would put them back at, they would not get the first down.
No.
Would be
Holding on the offense.
Yeah.
Number 82, 10-yard penalty, repeat 3rd down.
So it's 10-yard repeat 3rd down.
well, where the spot was. That's the big thing. They're going to gain about 2 yards, so it's going to be 3rd. Well, it's going to be 3rd and about 3 actually. So they gain about a yard. The penalty taking place 10 yards or 11 yards past the line of scrimmage. And again, they go back to what I was saying before they snap that one. That makes this 3rd down a big 3rd down. If the Cardinals can hold here and force a 4th down try by Chanhassen. And another timeout, their second.
Chanhassen, second charge, timeout.
Well, I don't think Coach Bailey's worried about his timeouts here in the first half as much as the situation would be in the second half. So obviously it's a big 3rd down situation, not only as you mentioned for the defense, but certainly for the offense, Joe. And Coach Bailey wants to make sure that they have the right play call. All his players are on the same page. Plenty of time left in this first half, 8:21 on the clock. Head coach Mike Bailey we had a chance to talk to him before the game. He talked about, dealing with injuries and again how his program next man up takes responsibility.
3rd and 3 from the 37. Keeper for Miller. He's got the first down again. Not quite the big gain he had last time, but it moves the chains. Be marked down at the 26.
And I like what the guys up front are doing for Chanhassen. They're doing a nice job coming off the ball. Again, opening up opportunities.
So 1st and 10, a couple of receivers right side, a tight end on the left. They'll run behind the tight end with Miller. He's going to have a short gain, maybe 2.
Miles Taylor and Ryan Garlick in on the tackle for Coon Rapids, again limiting the run there to a yard.
Handoff goes to Alvarez. Cuts upfield, stopped after another short gain. He'll be held up, pushed back at the 22. That'll make it 3rd down and 6.
Again, you put him in a 3rd and long situation. Granted, it's 4 down territory, I believe, here.
For sure. But every 3rd down, very important.
Yes, it is.
Storm just 2 of 5 on 3rd down so far tonight. Again, they've gone for it twice on 4th down, and they are 1 of 2. Fake the give. The keeper for Miller. He's got another first down. He's to the 10. It'll be 1st and goal.
A little disappointed with himself. I think he felt he was going to be able to get to the end zone on that run.
He's quick.
He is quick.
And shifty.
Yeah, and he's got a really nice burst.
1st and goal from the 10-yard line.
Eight rushes for 90 yards in the score. That's a pretty good stat. And you see 3 of 6 for 38 yards through the air for Jacob Miller.
He's keeping it again, looking for room left side this time. Dives forward for a gain of a yard. But the Cardinals ready for him.
No, it's important. This is an important series of downs here for the defense to try and keep Chanhassen out of the end zone. They certainly don't want to go in this situation down by 2 scores.
Second and goal from the 9, out of the shotgun. Miller on the keeper again. Right up the middle. He's going to get down as close as the 7. So a gain of 2. 3rd and goal.
Okay, good job of the defense really to close that middle up. I mean, that's the key. They have to basically stay in their lanes, make sure that they don't get beat on the block at the point of attack, and just get a push.
Rolling out is Miller. He wants to throw. In trouble and sacked. Jordan Nolan wrapping him up and dropping him back at the 14-yard line. It's 4th and goal from there, and they're going to send out the field goal unit.
That's number 5 for a sack for Jordan Nolan. He's really been a force on the defense all season long so far for the Cardinals. He's been maybe their most consistent player defensively through the first 5.
31-yard attempt for Eli Mao. High snap, got it down, got it off, and it is good. And it is a 17-7 lead for Chanhassen.
Yeah, you know, and two, that's a win for the defense. They kept him out of the end zone, limited to the field goal. Instead of a 14-point deficit, it's just a 10. So the Cardinals have plenty of time with 4:27 remaining on the clock to see if they can sustain the drive of their own and get some points before the halftime break.
Yeah, a score would be big before the break because Coon Rapids does get the ball back.
They do.
To start the second half.
They do.
Well, at least it's warmer tonight than it was last week.
It definitely is.
It's far more damp.
Yes, it was dry last week, but cold. It's Minnesota. You just never know what you're going to get.
I don't know that I'd go as far as to call it warm.
It was not warm.
But it's warmer.
Warmer. Correct.
Week. Either way, nice to be cozy in a booth up above. Eli Mao to kick it away, a 17-7 lead for Chanhassen. Short kick, bobbled by Doe at the 14. He's able to scoop it back up at the 11 and get out back across the 15 to the 17, but a bobble on special teams, and the Cardinals bottled up in their own end.
Now you're going to see it here again, just not catching it cleanly, and fortunately for the Cardinals, he's able to pick it up and advance it a couple of yards upfield, but he's got to do a good job of hanging on to that ball.
Down by 10, they start from their own 18-yard line. Out of the pistol, handoff goes to Miles Taylor. Good hole off the right side. He's out to the 25. A gain of, they're going to say 24 now. A gain of 6.
Yeah, you wouldn't call Miles Taylor a speedster, but you would call him a bruiser because he hits the hole hard and he dishes out contact. They see 7 carries for 28 yards on the evening, but he's tough to bring down. Reminds me of, he's a masher, and kind of Neil Hennon like.
Hand off to Taylor again, this time on the left side. He's going to be stacked up just shy of the first down. It'll be third and less than a yard.
The clock continues to move, under 3.5 minutes remaining. And again, he just makes sure he has two hands on that ball. And he's a ball carrier that does not stop moving. His feet do not stop moving until he's on the ground. You see the numbers on third down, 1 of 3 so far on the evening for Coon Rapids.
Strong side left, both receivers on that side, offset I formation on the right. And a false start will make this a bit more difficult.
Yeah, it's a tougher situation. Now puts you into a throwing situation where you were able to run the ball previous.
Dead ball. False start on the offense. Number 77. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
It's those penalties we've talked about all season long. Not only the types of penalties, but the timing. You go from third and less than a yard to 3rd and 6. Deep in your own end late in the first half here.
Well, coaches can accept the penalty on effort, but on those are mental penalties.
Play action, rolling out is Van Holzen. He tucks it, he's going to run, and he's going to have the first down out to the 30-yard line.
You know, the defense has to respect the passing game of Jake Van Holzen, and Jake does a nice job of turning it upfield, getting enough yardage to keep those sticks moving. You can see he's looking downfield, but realizes he's going to tuck and run. Picks up that first down. 2.5 minutes remaining in the half.
It's a big first down for this Cardinal offense.
Oh yeah, you want to keep. Obviously you have to keep this drive, and you can't give the ball back to Chanhassen in this half.
Play action, Van Holzen throwing left for Holland. Goes up and can't come down with it. Well covered by Cody Brown on the play. But you talked about it earlier. He's a big, tall, athletic kid with good hands.
Well, Marshall,
you put it up and let him go try and get it.
And he's frustrated in this situation because he felt he should have come down with that football. You can see him pounding the turf afterwards. But Brown did a nice job of staying with him, getting a hand in there. But, you know, that's a situation where I know he feels he should catch that ball.
2nd and 10 from the 30. Play action. The throw is incomplete, trying to hit Sonny Tao on the left flat. And now 3rd and 10. And that did not fool the Storm defense at all.
Well, he was pressured as well, so he had to kind of get out of his game, and he had to get rid of that football, not the pass that he wanted to throw. Didn't have anything on it. Another 3rd down and long situation with 2:07 remaining.
Tao, the man in motion from left to right. Throwing is Taylor, or is Van Holzen, wanted Taylor incomplete, trying to set up the screen. The Cardinals are going to be forced to punt, and the Storm will have time on the clock. Only one timeout remaining for Chanhassen, but you talked about it. They don't want to give the ball back to Chanhassen before the break.
Well, and again, great defensive play, putting pressure on Van Holzen. Jake had to get rid of the football.
Relius, much better punt this time around. Fair catch called for, bobbled, and then Halawadi falls on it at the 38. That's where Chanhassen will take over on offense.
Yep.
Exactly 2 minutes remaining.
Plenty of time remaining. Minute 54 on the clock. And plenty of time to give this offense another opportunity. You saw they were able to kick a field goal. Cardinals do not want to give up any more points here in this first half. It's imperative they get a stop here and at a minimum just get out of this first half down 17-7.
Miller will come up under center, 1st and 10. Play action, rolls to his right, throws, pass complete. Wide open is Plath. Has a man blocking in front of him. A good gain to the Cardinal 37-yard line.
And again, a really good gain. It just really took about 10 seconds off the clock. Plath doing a nice job. Nobody there from Coon Rapids defensively. He's able to pick up a huge chunk of yardage.
Well, confusion getting the play in, and Storm may be forced to burn their last time out. Nope, they're lined up now. 1st and 10 from the 37. Handoff goes to Alvarez up the middle. He's going to get to the 35, but won't go any further. 2nd and 8.
They're going to call a timeout here with a minute 11 left on the clock.
Timeout. Chanhassen. Third and final charge timeout.
So that will be their 3rd timeout. And they know how important it is. They want to put more points on the board before the break.
Reminder, folks, if you're a member of the homecoming royalty, you're not playing the game right now. You should be joining the rest of the homecoming royalty at the south end of the end zone.
So far, the home Chanhassen Storm fans on homecoming got to be happy with the way their squad has played here in the first half.
So it'll be 2nd and about 7 from the 34. Miller, play action, sets, has time, throws, looking for Halawadi behind the defense.
Did he hold on to that? Oh my.
They're going to say he did. A catch at the 1-yard line.
Well, he's got the size on Williams. And that's the last thing that the defense could afford to give up. Let's take another look at that.
Hard to see even in slow motion from that angle. But they say it is a catch down at the 1-yard line and down under a minute to go here in this first half. And now they're looking to make it a 17-point lead. Handoff, Alvarez,
Easy.
Touchdown, Chanhassen.
Yeah, again, just the big guys up front just opened up a hole for Alvarez, and it was an easy run to the end zone on a 1-yard run to get that score. And now exactly what Coon Rapids did not want to happen has happened. They've allowed Chanhassen to go in with less than 2 minutes left to start this drive, and able to put points on the board, and more importantly, a touchdown on the board. And they're an extra point away from going up 24-7.
Mao's kick is up. It is good. It is 24-7 in favor of Chanhassen with 36 seconds left in the first half.
Now give the Storm credit. You know, they stopped the Cardinals on defense and got the ball back with enough time for them to get some more points. You know, that's just good football.
Well, they've been able to get Halawadi behind the defense a couple of times already tonight. He's caught 2 big passes that have set him up right on the doorstep, and they've been able to poke it home shortly thereafter.
Well, that drive took 4 plays, 62 yards, a minute 18 off the clock. That 1-yard Alvarez touchdown run again here. I mean, look at the blocking. I mean, untouched to the end zone. Just, I mean, granted it was only a yard, but the offensive line fired off the ball and opened up that hole for Alvarez to easily get through.
Squib kick scooped up at the 30-yard line. Returned out across the 35 to the 37. Cardinals with enough time, they can take a couple of shots. They still have timeouts.
They do. But just about 31 seconds left in this half.
Got to throw the ball.
Well, yeah, I would think so. You're not going to, unless you just unless you just decide you're going into halftime with this deficit. I think they throw the ball.
Well, they got 4 receivers out there. Van Holzen straight drop, looks to his right, pumps, now throws, wants Holland. Has him, what a catch, and out of bounds at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, and the Cardinals can hustle up to the line of scrimmage. Just a beautiful pass from Van Holzen to Holland, and just got behind that defender and able to bring it in. You know, defensively, Chanhassen just has to make sure that their receivers do not get behind them defensively.
Van Holzen looking left this time. Scrambles, rolls that way, still looking downfield. Now throws it away out of bounds.
Again, that's a play he had to make. He didn't have a receiver. He had to get rid of it. Take as little time off the clock as possible. We're gonna see that catch by Holland again. Good protection for Van Holzen as he unleashes this pass. And it's going to go right over the defender. Beautiful, beautiful catch. It kept his feet in bounds, or a foot in bounds, as we have a Storm player hurt.
Well, he got 2 feet down. He only needed one.
Yeah, exactly.
But he got them both down.
He did.
A score for the Cardinals before the break would be monumental.
It would be huge.
Even a field goal.
Yeah, some points.
Anything to cut that deficit to a 2-score margin.
And that's a beard.
That's for high school.
For high school, that's a beard.
That is a darn good beard for a high school kid.
Was he 30? I could never grow a beard like that in high school. I like it.
2nd and 10 for the Cardinals from the 34. Van Holzen with 3 receivers on the right side. He looks that way, throws, pass complete. And Nolan knocked out of bounds after a very short game.
He's going to pick up, what about 2? Yeah, just a quick throw to the outside, but not a lot there. Nolan was going to try and turn it upfield, but Grant Wall's right there to knock him out.
3rd and 8. Van Holzen throwing left, looking for Sonny Tao, and just out of reach. And out of bounds down inside the 10. And now a 4th down play for the Cardinals with 7.5 seconds remaining.
Not a lot of time left. Ball hung up. Tao was open. Van Holzen just couldn't hit him in stride.
Timeout for the Cardinals here. It's a big play, obviously, 4th and 8. Theoretically, they could go for the 1st down.
They could.
And get a timeout. They have the time. It'd have to be a relatively quick play. Or do you go for the end zone from 31 yards out?
Well, as you mentioned, if they're going to go for the 1st down, it's got to be a really quick out, get out of bounds, and and can stop the clock. But at this point, with 7.5 seconds left, they might just go for the end zone here and try it on one shot. And of course, defensively, Chanhassen's going to know that. I mean, they'll keep it in front of them with a little time left. I mean, they'll let them pick up the first down at this point if they stay within the field and make sure that they keep them in bounds defensively. But we'll see what the Cardinals do here.
Coon Rapids has it. 4th down and 8 yards to go for a first down from the Chanhassen 32-yard line.
Nolan and Ibarra, the receivers on the right. He's looking left. Pass is picked off. And a decent return for Adrian Copeland. And that will end the first half. The Chanhassen Storm going to the locker room up 24-7.
Yeah, again, you just make sure you bring them down and it's not going to cause any damage, but that would have been a tough play. Even that pass across the middle, I don't think there would have been enough time to stop the clock. And that's and a nice first half for Chanhassen.
And Jen Halverson down on the sidelines, catching up with Mal Edwards. Jen?
Coach, you had a big play from Van Holzen early in this half, but the offense otherwise has been pretty quiet. How do you get this offense going in the second?
We just got to work on our consistency. I mean, we want to run the ball, and we're just not making the right reads. So we got to come back to what got us there, those big plays, and just be patient and run the football.
Defensive coach Mike Weber told me the focus this week in practice was intensity. How would you assess where your team's mentality is at after this first half?
Right now, we still some work to do in that area, okay? Because right now our intensity isn't there, but we have another half of football to kind of redeem ourselves.
What do you tell your team at the half?
Basically, it's just one play at a time. So one play at a time, one drive at a time, and we can't get it all back in one thing. So we just got to work hard.
Thanks, Coach.
Hey, thank you.
All right, thanks, Jen. And we will take a break, be back with first half stats and highlights after this. You're watching CTN's live coverage of high school football.
Looking for a new home? Come to Coon Rapids. Down payment assistance is available from the Mortgage Assistance Foundation when you purchase your new home with an FHA 203K mortgage. Any single-family home in need of renovation or rehab can qualify. Find out more today. Call 763-767-6422 or visit the city's website.
We love our new home.
Hi, I'm Officer Harmoning, and this is Crime Prevention in 60 Seconds. Today we're talking about the importance of a nightly routine as it pertains to safety. On any given night, our officers will tell you that they see several garage doors that have been left open. This is just an invitation for criminals to come onto your property, take your tools, bikes, and other valuables. Burglaries often occur when one or more doors have been left open or unlocked. Don't make it easy for the bad guy to come into your house. Take a few minutes before you go to bed. Walk through your house. Make sure all doors, including your garage door, are shut and locked, as well as lower level windows. Turn on your outside lights. Turn off heaters, fireplaces, and unplug any unnecessary lights, such as decorative or string lights. And of course, check on those adorable kids, dogs, cats, and fish to make sure all is well. If you make this a habit, you'll make it harder for thieves to target your home. And you may sleep better at night too. That's it for now. Until next time, remember that together we can make a difference.
This is my kingdom come. This is my kingdom come.
Hi, I'm Ryan Nagasu, 2010 Olympian and bronze medal winner of the 2014 U.S. Championships. I knew I loved skating at the age of 5, and now it's become my life passion. Find your skating passion at the Coon Rapids Ice Center. Classes are available all year round. It could be the place where your skating dreams come true. See you on ice.
Lance throws
deep downfield. Milwaukee behind the defense has the catch, and he is gone.
Great showing in the 100 butterfly. She can't quite catch the leader.
And it's hard to throw you for a loop.
No, not when it comes to swimming.
Looking for a new home? Come to Coon Rapids. Down payment assistance is available from the Mortgage Assistance Foundation when you purchase your new home with an FHA 203K mortgage. Any single-family home in need of renovation or rehab can qualify. Find out more today. Call 763-767-6422 or visit the city's website.
We love our new home.
The Coon Rapids Recycling Center can help you recycle all of your old appliances and electronics. From your old refrigerator to washers and dryers, we can help you recycle your appliances and keep them out of the waste stream, which is required by state law. When it comes to electronics, some fees may apply. Check our website for more details. The Coon Rapids Recycling Center, helping you recycle even more.
Ladies and gentlemen, the British rock band Queen formed in London in 1970. They went on to become one of the most influential bands of all time. Their classic lineup was Freddie Mercury, the lead vocals, Brian May, lead guitar, Roger Taylor on drums, and John Deacon on bass. Queen's earliest works were influenced by progressive rock, hard rock, and heavy metal. But the band gradually ventured into more conventional and radio-friendly works by incorporating further styles such as arena rock and pop rock into their music. For tonight's opener, the marching band features a medley of their greatest hits from 1975, Bohemian Rhapsody, and from 1977, We Will Rock You, and from 1980, Another One Bites the Dust. Conducting the Queen opener, let's hear it for senior Cole Fisher. influenced by Freddie, Mercury, and Queen, is the English band Radiohead, formed in Abingdon, County of Oxfordshire in 1985. The band consists of Tom York on lead vocals, Ed O'Brien on guitar, Philip Selway on drums, and two brothers, Johnny Greenwood lead guitar and Colin Greenwood on bass. In 1992, they released Creep, and it has gone on to become the best-selling single of all time for Radiohead. To conduct Creep, please welcome senior John Ingram. Nice job there. The English rock band Muse from Tidmouth in Devonshire was heavily influenced by both Queen and Radiohead. Muse formed in 1994. The band consists of Matt Bellamy, lead vocals, guitar, and keyboards, Chris Wolstenholme on bass guitar, and Dominic Howard on drums. Now, from their 2009 album, The Resistance, we close tonight's homecoming performance with the rock anthem, Uprising, featuring the following young artists. On guitar, give it up for senior Nate Erickson. On drums, please welcome senior Carson Kibler. On keyboard, let's hear for senior Cole Fisher. On bass guitar, junior Corey Picciolo. And the conductor for Uprising, please welcome senior Luke Verderer. let me apologize right up front. We're going to have to race through these introductions. This is our homecoming 2018 royalty.
The county hopes construction of the overpass can start in March or April and be finished by the start of the new school year.
Yes, I'm going to live to be 100.
Did you know you can report problems to the city with your smartphone? Download the Coon Rapids app. The Report It feature allows you to describe the problem, snap a photo, and submit it directly to the city work order system. It's an easy way to report a pothole, broken street light, or other neighborhood concern. No smartphone? Then hop online and report your concern through the city's website. City maintenance problems solved the easy way. Coon Rapids Reported.
Oh, hi. I'm TV's Howie Shapiro. And when I'm not announcing CTN sports broadcasts with my sidekick Joe Yen, I'm watching all the other great programs on the CTN Studios YouTube page. There's news stories, great local events, and even full games. You can even watch on any smart device with a YouTube app. Whether that's your phone or a tablet, you can watch CTN's great programming wherever and whenever you want. You can even watch CTN's event coverage live. So no matter where you are, you can share in all the excitement. CTN Studios, building community through cable.
This is my kingdom come. This is my kingdom come.
Hi, I'm Ryan Nagasu, 2010 Olympian and bronze medal winner of the 2014 U.S. Championships. I knew I loved skating at the age of 5, and now it's become my life passion. Find your skating passion at the Coon Rapids Ice Center. Classes are available all year round. It could be the place where your skating dreams come true. See you on ice.
Plants throws deep downfield. Milwaukee behind the defense has the catch, and he is gone.
Great showing in the 100 butterfly. She can't quite catch the leader. And it's hard to throw you for a loop.
No, not when it comes to swimming. No, it's not.
Looking for a new home? Come to Coon Rapids. Down payment assistance is available from the Mortgage Assistance Foundation when you purchase your new home with an FHA 203K mortgage. Any single-family home in need of renovation or rehab can qualify. Find out more today. Call 763-767-6422 or visit the city's website.
We love our new home.
The Coon Rapids Recycling Center can help you recycle all of your old appliances and electronics. From your old refrigerator to washers and dryers, we can help you recycle your appliances and keep them out of the waste stream, which is required by state law. When it comes to electronics, some fees may apply. Check our website for more details. The Coon Rapids Recycling Center, helping you recycle even more.
Lead as we reach the half, and head coach of the Storm, Mike Bailey, is on the sidelines with our Jen Halverson. Jen?
Coach, your team has been clicking in all the right ways tonight. How do you maintain that consistency moving into the second half?
Well, the long halftime makes me nervous at 20 minutes, so hopefully we'll get loose here. We start on defense. Our defense playing really well right now, so hopefully we come out, get them 3 and out, then get back with our offense. This rain has put a damper on our game plan. We're going to come out and try to throw it a little bit more, so keep waiting for this darn rain to dry up.
What improvements do you still want to see from this team?
Yeah, you know, I think that they got into a couple different fronts that we hadn't seen on film, so we just got to clean that up. You know, our offensive line's all seniors, but sometimes people give you a look you're not ready for, so we got to clean up. We got to make a couple adjustments here. We'll hopefully clean up what's happening up front and get our quarterback free a couple more times.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
All right, well, things going well for the Storm, especially in the second quarter. They started the scoring after getting a turnover on a punt return. And then it was a big passing play that set up their first score, finding Halawadi behind the defender. And then Alvarez to the end zone from 6 yards out. Cardinals responded next time they touched the ball. A 54-yard Jake Van Holzen touchdown run, even the score late in the first quarter. But it was the Storm doing all the damage in period number 2. A 47-yard scamper by Miller, and then he finds Halawadi again. Oh, that was the stop on defense that led to the 31-yard field goal. Then he found Halawadi again late in the half. They get the ball back, and he goes deep to find Halawadi again, and this set them up down on the 1-yard line. And then Alvarez into the end zone again. Make it that 17-point lead as we reach the half. Coon Rapids will get the ball to start the second half, but trailing 24-7 in an offense that has continued to stutter coming into this week.
When you look at the total offense for Chanhassen, 249 yards total, but 152 on the ground. Cardinals need to do some things in the second half to get their offense going, but you heard what Coach Bailey said. We want to force a 3 and out. We want to get our offense back on the field. They've taken out a little, the rain has taken them out of their game plan. They look to throw the ball again.
Well, Coon Rapids really only one drive that continued downfield, and it really, again, had that one big play to end it on third down by Jake Van Holzen. They have not had good sustained drives all night.
Well, they haven't, and they need also stops on defense. They did have a couple, but you're right. Offensively, they need to do some things. They need to make adjustments really to get their running game going a little bit too, but also continue to throw the ball because they have the opportunities, they have the athletes, and if they can hit them downfield, they have an opportunity to get a score.
And they'd like to hold on to the ball a little while longer and keep it out of Miller's hands. Give their defense a break, all of those things. Well, Coon Rapids will start with the ball. A kick is going to be taken by Williams from the 11, looking for room in the middle of the field, get some blocks out across the 25 to the 30-yard line. So decent field position for the Cardinal offense to start.
Yeah, nice run by Williams again on the shorter kick. Does a good job of giving the Cardinals that nice field position to start that drive here in the first half.
And they need to do something in this first possession. Of course, a lot of football left to be played, but a quick 3 and out, as we talked about, and getting the ball back to Chanhassen with good field position would be tough to handle at this point in the ball game. Little quick play action, incomplete, intended for Marshall Holland. Looks like he had it, and then just not able to hold on as he took the hit simultaneously from Zach Salem.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly if he felt the pressure or took his eye off the ball, but looked like he kind of maybe looked downfield a little bit, looked to his right as that ball came and not able to bring it in. Zach Salem on the tackle, on the pressure for Chanhassen. Zach Salem, the grandson of former football head coach Gopher football Joe Salem.
2nd and 10, handoff goes to Taylor. He's going to gain 4 out to the 34, but a big third down facing the Cardinals on offense now.
And again, we talked about 3 and outs, and Cardinals do not want to go 3 out in this situation. They want to be able to keep this drive alive, and if they're gonna stay in this game, they need to answer. Here you see the numbers on third down for Coon Rapids, 2 of 6.
Three receivers to the right. Van Holzen throws, pass incomplete, looking for Ibarra. Grant Walls there in coverage. And even had he caught the ball, I don't know that he would have had the first down. It would have been close.
Yeah, there's good pressure right there. That was Salem again on the hit. Walls on the hit, my mistake.
So Aurelius out to punt it away after Coon Rapids does indeed go 3 and out. Line drive, punt, bounced, bobbled, and fell on at the 44-yard line. Dangerous time to charge it by Carson Halawadi, but he kept it from rolling any further downfield.
Yeah.
He got his team excellent field position from their own 45-yard line.
In a fortunate situation to make sure that he gathered that ball in, but you're right. Good place to start their first drive, and that's exactly what Coach Bailey said that they wanted to do. They want to force a 3 and out, come back and get their offense on the field quickly.
So 1st and 10 from the 45. Out of the shotgun is Miller. He's got 2 guys in the backfield with him. He hands it off to Mashka, and Mashka's got a big gain into Cardinal territory down to the 35. Gain of 25 yards.
Yeah, it was tackled from behind by Danny Protas. But not before he turned upfield with a nice gain. You see Protas chasing him down from behind.
Line of scrimmage, the 36, 1st and 10 from there. They'll stay out of the shotgun with both Mashka and Alvarez there. They will go a little swing pass to Alvarez. He's tripped up pretty quickly by Ryan Corey. Dives forward and has a gain of 3.
And just gets it out quickly. Alvarez having a nice game. He's able to turn it upfield for a nice game on this run. He's got a couple of scores on the night. He's taken over for Boyum, who's has 9 scores on the season, but not here this evening, unable to play. And able to pick up the slack for him.
Mashka on the handoff on 2nd and 7. He's got a short gain. It'll be 3rd down.
We'll make it 3rd. About 5. About 3rd and 6.
Ball at the 32-yard line. Stop would be huge here for the Cardinal defense. Almost critical. Miller on the keeper, and he's going to gain maybe a yard. It'll be 4th and 5.
Yeah, good job defensively there just to limit, although now it's the Miles Taylor a little slow to get up.
Not a good sign for the Cardinals. He's a very big piece of their puzzle on both sides of the ball.
And hopefully he's okay. He seems to be okay. He's going to walk off under his own power, and it's going to run off. Yep, it's good to see. Big 4th down situation for the Cardinal defense, and a stop here is imperative.
Yeah, if Chanhassen were to be able to pick up the 1st down and push their way in and make this a 4-score game, that would almost put it out of reach.
Well, they've dug themselves a pretty big hole as it is. That would make it that much more deeper.
Two receivers right, one on the left for Miller. Out of the pistol, he's got Alvarez in the backfield with him. High snap, brings it down. Miller looks left, throws, wants receiver, and Holland is going to get the flags. The one from the sideline coming in late.
That came from the end zone official. I don't know. He was playing for the ball. He was playing the ball.
He clearly turned his head.
Let's take a look at it again. The high snap, but let's see it again. That's tough to see from that look. You're not going to tell anything. We'll see it again. Realized you got a hand there. I don't know.
And he would have had to come back through Holland.
Yeah.
To get it, but that's going to be a penalty.
Pass interference, defense, number 10, 15-yard penalty.
Whether you agree with the call or not, that's the call on the field.
Yep.
The result is another Coon Rapids defensive penalty on 4th down.
Yeah, a big one.
Allowing Chanhassen to continue this drive and now set up deep in the Cardinal end, 1st and 10 from the 16. Handoff. No, keeping it is Miller, and he's going to be dropped for a loss. Wrapped up and finally spun to the ground by Deshaun Kay.
Yeah, Kay was not going to let him get away. And Deshaun, a sophomore, so getting some good playing time here on the varsity squad.
So it'll be 2nd and 12. Alvarez, the man in motion, pumped the swing pass to him. Instead, they come back to Mashka on the screen. He's in. Touchdown, Chanhassen.
Great play, great call. Really fooled the defense. Just a nice job continuing it and carrying it into the end zone. I'll give Miller credit for waiting and getting rid of the ball when he had to, but Mashka doing a nice job of turning it upfield and getting to the end zone, and another score for the Storm.
Mao's kick is up. It is good. And the lead is 31-7 for the Storm.
You see the time remaining, 7:58 in the 3rd quarter. Again, we'll see it again. Good job of waiting till he had to and getting rid of it to Mashka.
It was a
good seal block right there.
Beautifully designed play.
Yep.
Fake the little swing pass to Alvarez.
Well, it pulls your defense over.
While the screen developed on the other side of the field, and by the time it hit Mashka's hands, he had blockers all set up in front of him, and a clean path to the end zone.
Took 7 plays to go 55 yards and 3:04 off the clock, capped off by that 19-yard touchdown reception from Mashka.
Assisted again by the
penalty.
Pass interference call on 4th down. High end over end kick. Williams bobbles it at the 5, chases it, picks it up at the 10, and he's going to be spun around down at the 14-yard line.
Boy, special teams been hurting Coon Rapids in terms of one fumble and a couple of miscues on the catch. Cardinals deep in their territory at the 15 to start this drive.
Well, and now not only do the Cardinals need to score every time they touch the ball, but they need to do it relatively quickly. Still plenty of time with a quarter and a half to play, but down 31-7, you've got to get to the end zone.
Well, again, we talked about, facing big deficits like this. It takes you out of your game plan, and the Cardinals are going to have to chuck it at this point.
Play action pass incomplete. Intended for Tedrow on the left side.
Tedrow getting an opportunity to play on the offensive side of the ball. We saw him last week with a great effort defensively. had he caught that. It wouldn't have been much of a gain.
No, certainly one that Van Holzen would like to have back, had his man open. Would have been a short gain. So now 2nd and 10, 2 receivers on the right side for the Cardinals. Fake the pitch, handoff goes instead to Shy Williams. Williams making people miss as he dances through the middle of the field and picks up 8 yards.
Yeah, nice play, a little misdirection, catching the defense off guard a little bit, able to pick up those 8 yards, nice gain. Good block there to give him an opportunity to gain that middle.
Makes it a much more manageable 3rd down here at 3rd and 2 from the 23.
Brought down by Zach Salem on the play.
Van Holzen pumps, now throws, pass incomplete. Intended for Sonny Tao. And the Cardinals almost have to go for it.
Well,
almost.
There's a penalty flag on the play. We'll see what this is. Marshall Holland was figuring it was against Chanhassen. And it is.
And that's huge.
Yep.
You know, we talk about those defensive penalties, giving up 1st downs, allowing drives to continue.
Holding. Number 10 on the defense. 10-yard penalty. Result of the penalty is a 1st down.
Yeah, you never like those penalties, but on defense. But when you're up 31-7, you can take them a little bit easier.
Either way, the Cardinals needed a break, and they got one there. They will get a fresh set of downs from their own 33-yard line. Taylor in the backfield with Van Holzen. He will get the carry right up the middle, and he will push the pile forward out to the 38. Gain of about 5.
And Miles does that. Miles Taylor does a nice job of just continuing to move forward and not being brought down by first contact. He's able to pick up an additional couple yards by just keeping his feet moving and his body forward.
Van Holzen drops back, looks to his left, waits, throws over the middle, pass complete to Jordan Nolan, a 1st down to the 49-yard line.
You know, and there's a player in Jordan Nolan, I think offensively, they'd like to get a little more involved in this offense. Good athlete.
Well, definitely. But
plenty of time.
Again, the getting players involved that are playing on both sides of the ball is not always easy. You gotta have a little bit of time to rest.
You do, but you know, Cardinals are missing some players, and you're going to have to play with healthy bodies.
And Taylor just falls on it. That'll be a loss of 4. 2nd and 14.
You know, Miles Taylor just smartly falls on it. It's going to push him back, but they retain possession.
Van Holzen setting up the screen for Taylor, and it's incomplete. Skipped out of his hands. It was well defended as Cade Plath was right there. But it's going to be 3rd and long.
Right through the hands.
Number 18, Jack Schaefer now in the ball game for Chanhassen.
Van Holzen on 3rd and 14, airing it out left side, looking for Ibarra. Incomplete. Well defended by Cody Brown. And the Cardinals
depending on the play.
In a punting situation.
Now we've seen Cody Brown in coverage good coverage a couple of times this evening. He had the time to throw, but you're going to see Brown right there on the defensive coverage.
Punt formation for Coon Rapids. Alawadi back to return for Chanhassen.
Short punt. The Storm get away, takes a Cardinal bounce and is down by Ryan Garlick at the 26-yard line.
Again, the Cardinal offense stalls here, giving the ball right back to Chanhassen. The offense getting right back at it. They don't waste a lot of time. They're getting right to the line of scrimmage.
Take over with good field position. Handoff goes to Ronaldo Alvarez. Cannot get around the corner. Jordan Nolan with a good strong tackle, holding the edge.
You're going to see it hit. Just a good job by Jordan Nolan to fight off the block and bring him down for no gain.
Second and 10 now. Miller back up on her center. I formation to the backfield. Receiver either side. Handoff goes to Alvarez, the deep back. He's held up at the line of scrimmage and will not go anywhere. It'll be 3rd and long.
Good job by the middle part of the defense just to stay there and win that battle at the point of attack and put them in a 3rd and long situation.
Miller rolling to his left, now wants to run, keeps his eyes downfield, and finally unloads it in the direction of Carson Halawadi, so he doesn't take a sack. And the quick 3 and out for the Storm. That's been a rarity tonight.
Hey, we want to give a we'll take another look at it. Again, force them to the outside. Just gets, as you mentioned, just getting rid of the ball to make sure that he didn't take the sack.
And a timeout. Yeah. Strange timeout.
Yeah.
Timeout. Chanhassen.
We want to give a shout out to Pat and Kathy Sandberg and Lee Sorcelay who are watching the game in Coon Rapids. Hope they're enjoying it. I'd sort of like to see they would love to see the Cardinals step up their play on the offensive end.
Not sure they would, since that shout out request came from.
But they played it. They played
member.
at Coon Rapids. Lee Sorcelay.
So kind of an odd time for a timeout, but again, when you're Chanhassen, you're up 31-7. You can make those mistakes, play a little looser. Just want to make sure everybody's on the same page and you're able to turn the field a little bit with this punt. Jordan Doe comes up, takes it from the 46, gets into Chanhassen territory before being forced back, with the Cardinals will take over from the Storm 48.
I also want to give a shout out to Jeremy Hetwer, who's let us know that the picture in Coon Rapids is coming along good. So we're fortunate for that. Thanks for the feedback.
So if it wasn't imperative for them to score the last time they had the football,
I think it is now.
It certainly is now. as we get closer to the end of this third quarter. They trail by 24. Handoff goes to Miles Taylor. Initial surge gets him 3 yards before he's pushed back.
Approaching the 3-minute mark here remaining in the third quarter. Cardinals were held scoreless in the second half of last week's game. They certainly want to improve upon that here, as you mentioned. It's the utmost importance.
Pumps, throws. Nolan wide open, tried to tiptoe along the sidelines as far as he could. Did get downfield far enough to move the chains, but able to find a soft spot in the defense and had a lot of room to catch that ball. First and 10 from the Chanhassen 36-yard line. Equipment timeout as somebody's got a little bit of an issue with the helmet strap over there.
Yeah, I think they got it all straightened up.
Three receivers on the left. Marshall Holland, the lone receiver on the right for the Cardinals. Taylor out of the backfield with Van Hulsen. He'll get the carry, breaks first tackle, and twists his way down to the 27-yard line. A gain of about 8.
And that quick burst at the line of scrimmage and continued forward momentum for Miles Taylor allows him to pick up that additional yardage. "12 carries for 52 yards for Miles Taylor so far in the evening.
Keeping it this time is Van Hulsen. Great little spin move. And he's going to be very close to that first down.
Very athletic move.
Would have been no gain. Instead, he's going to be right at the marker. Look like they're saying he's going to be about less than a yard shy of a first down. It'll be third and very short.
About 3 inches. Nope.
Oh, now
Actually, they're giving him.
Down.
Yep. Five rushes for 54 yards for Jake Van Hulsen in that score. The only score of the game for Coon Rapids so far.
Of course, that rush was 54 yards. The score was. So the other 4 for 0 yardage. Of course, sacks are considered.
Yes, they are.
Negative rush yardage. Still a good yard per carry average.
Yes, 10 yards a carry.
10 yards a carry, you'll take that all day long.
Yes,
and really, Miles a little bit better than 4 yards a carry. You take that all day long.
Correct.
2nd and 5 here for the Cardinals from the 21. As we get down under a minute remaining in the third quarter. Van Hulsen on the keeper is dropped for a loss. A great defensive play by Zach Schultz.
Yeah, Schultz did a nice job of just getting past the line of scrimmage and making sure he brought Van Hulsen down. Puts him in a 3rd and long situation.
Loss of 5, so instead of after 2nd and 5, it's 3rd and 10. Van Hulsen steps up, throws incomplete, intended for Sonny Tao. Zipped it a little bit behind him.
Sonny just make that cut across the field. No opportunity for him on that throw.
And now a 4th and 10.
Not successful on the only 4th down try earlier today.
Throw long to the end zone, incomplete. Well defended, intended for Marshall Holland, and nearly picked off by Alex Duya.
You see it again. Duya getting in front of Marshall Holland and getting his hands on it.
I'm glad that he didn't get the interception. Right. He'd love it for the stat book, but they get an extra 5 yards because it's a turnover on downs. And so Chanhassen will take the ball back from their own 25-yard line, leading 31-7. And this most likely the last play of the third quarter. Miller will keep it, trying to find some room, and does along the left edge, has a first down and more into Cardinal territory before being forced out by Antonio Manos.
Yeah, it does a great job of turning upfield and just walking that, or running that sideline.
Ball spotted right at midfield.
So they will get one more play before the end of the third.
Handoff, Alvarez, big hole left side, breaks a tackle and has another big gain. Forced out at the 30 after a gain of 20. And that will end the third quarter. It's all Chanhassen, the Storm, with a 31-7 lead as we head to the fourth quarter on CTN. Unanswered points for the Chanhassen Storm since the beginning of the second quarter.
And they're moving again. Did a nice job here of running the football. They'll be happy to run the football, take time off, continue to take time off the clock, and as we start this fourth quarter.
Pushing for their third straight win. Trying to improve their record to 5-1 on this season. And at the same time, had the Cardinals their third straight loss and dropped them to 500 after that 3-0 start.
Yeah, disappointing for the Cardinals after starting 3-0 to, if indeed they fall to 3-3. Have an opportunity to try and rebound next week with a home game against Robbinsdale Armstrong before they finish over the MEA weekend Wednesday on the road at Hopkins.
So 1st and 10 for Chanhassen from the Coon Rapids 30. Play action, ball is stripped, poked free by Ethan Tedrow. Looks like the Storm were able to get back on top of it. But Tedrow got in there quickly, punched it out of the hand of Jake Miller.
Well, Miller didn't have any clue that Tedrow was about to hit him from behind. Unfortunately for the Storm, they were able to fall on it. Great job of poking that ball away.
5-yard loss, that's up 2nd and 15. I formation, strong side right, one receiver wide to the right. Miller on play action, rolls out, chased by a lot of white jerseys, will tuck it and run. And he's forced out at the 28 after a gain of 7. It'll be 3rd and 8.
Well, like Jake Van Hulsen. He's got that burst when he turns the corner. He's had a nice evening tonight. You see the Storm's numbers on third down, 3 of 9.
One of the things I would assume they want to clean up.
Yep.
They will look at is not good. This time they are good. Right up the middle on the quarterback draw. A 28-yard touchdown run for Jake Miller.
They cleaned it up on that play. Miller again able to turn it upfield and use his speed to get away from the defense and put yet another touchdown on the board for Chanhassen. You can see him just step up and step through one tackle. And nobody's going to catch him, not with his speed.
Kick by Mao is up. It is good. And the lead is 30-7.
Miller getting kudos on the sidelines as well as he should for his play tonight.
The Storm now over their scoring average. They were putting up right around 30 yards a game. A little more than 30 yards a game coming into tonight's contest. Now 38 here tonight.
Points again.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, I knew that. But I mean, again, just look at a nice job that he does. As the defense has to respect the fake handoff. And again, you saw him step through a tackle, and nobody's going to stop him at that point. Big lead for Chanhassen. There's just about 11 minutes remaining in this contest.
Homecoming crowd all smiles here as their team has scored 31 unanswered points and has a commanding 38-7 lead, and another drop on the kick return. Bounced off of the shoulder of Shai Williams. Fortunately, Ryan Garlick able to recover it for the Cardinals, but they're going to start with a long field again, taking over at their own 15-yard line.
And that's something they're going to have to clean up as the season continues. They can't afford to continue to bobble the ball like that, get chances of giving it away. Fortunately for the Cardinals, they've been able to fall on it. 5 plays, 74 yards, just a minute 10 off the clock. 28-yard touchdown run by Jacob Miller.
On first down, the handoff up the middle, and Nate Breams breaking one. He is trying to outrace everybody down the sidelines, inside the 20, the 10, stays in, touchdown, Coon Rapids.
Wow.
How's that for a quick strike? 85-yard Nate Breams touchdown.
Yeah, he was running as fast as he could. Yeah, fortunately for him, he was able to outrun that last defender and bring it to the house. But a nice job as he just got through that initial wave, and he was off to the races. Nate Breams with an 85-yard touchdown run to get the Cardinals their second score of the night.
The rarely used captain of the squad comes in and gets a big touch and takes off running. 85 yards for the score. How about his average? 1 carry, 85 yards. Touchdown. The kick is
not
up
bad.
And good, and you can't answer much quicker than that. Those 2 touchdowns, 19 seconds apart.
Yeah, big smile on his face too, because he's going to need a little bit of the oxygen. He's a little tired.
Well, he's more the short yardage power back.
Well, I wasn't sure if he was going to get chased down, but he did a good job. You see him looking behind to see where he was, just able to outrun 3 Storm defenders and stay in bounds after being hit.
Still a huge hole.
Yes.
With 10:40 remaining in the fourth quarter. It's 38-14.
Took him 19 seconds to run 85 yards. It'll take me about 19 minutes.
Kick is taken from the 16-yard line. A broken tackle, but then dragged down back at the 20-yard line. Aurelius on the tackle. The return by Landon Smith.
Well, that was a bright spot for Coon Rapids, where they have not had too many of them here this evening. Able to get their second touchdown of the night.
Handoff goes to Alvarez. Mashka, sorry. Off the left side, he's going to gain about 5.
The Storm, they're taking their time.
I was just going to say that.
They no reason to rush.
Especially if you can continue to pick up 5 yards per snap, and another 5-yard gain on the ground, another first down. Mashka. No, this was Hunter Schwimmer on the carry. His first carry of the ball game, and he dives forward for the first down onto the 31.
With a lead like this, Chanhassen able to get some players in, some of the players that don't always see regular time.
Handoff goes to Schwimmer again. Gain of about 2 off the right side, 2nd and 8.
Ryan Garlick, one of the Cardinals, in on the tackle. And that short gain.
Off and a big gain for Mashka, still going, breaking tackles down to the Coon Rapids 42-yard line.
Yeah, again, great blocking up front. Mashka able to get through that first initial hole, and then does a good job of continuing on for a large gain.
Well, and again, missed tackles in the middle would have cut that gain in half.
Got to wrap up.
They move the chains again, the 41-yard line of the Cardinals. Time ticking down to 8:15 remaining. Chewing up yardage and chewing up clock, and now a new quarterback on scene for the Storm. Handoff goes to Schwimmer, and Schwimmer breaks free. Another first down to the 25.
And again, good job creating space. Schwimmer does a nice job of accelerating upfield. Number of backs here getting good yardage on this Cardinal defense.
Tyson Hansen is the new quarterback for the Storm, as they have it 1st and 10 from the 25. Handoff to Mashka, eludes some traffic in the backfield. just able to get back to the line of scrimmage, no gain. He'll even lose a yard.
You see the handoff here, and Protas gets a little bit contact with him. Jordan Merschel able to bring him down. See the new quarterback, Tyson Hansen. And that's a smart call. You get Jacob Miller out of the game at this point.
2nd and 11, handoff goes to Mashka, hit in the backfield, spun around, picked up a yard, but back to the original line of scrimmage means it'll be 3rd and 10. Yeah, the clock is the big target here for Chanhassen. Would they love to get in the end zone? Sure.
Sure, but they don't at this point.
It's just about taking off as much time as they can.
And they have.
And if they can't move the chains here, at least they'll take as much time as they can away from the Cardinals, who trail by 24. Hansen out of the shotgun on 3rd and 10. Handoff goes to Schwimmer, looking for room right side, tripped up in the backfield by Ryan Corey. And it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, I mean, you're even fine turning it over on downs in this situation, obviously, because you're going to continue at that clock move.
Fourth and 11. Timeout, Chanhassen.
Timeout, Chanhassen.
Well, maybe it took a little bit too much time, and Storm calling a timeout. Coach Bailey certainly has to be happy with the way his squad has performed here tonight against Coon Rapids. As you mentioned, they're going to move their record to 5-1.
Number 47, junior Zach Paulson in the game now for the Storm.
And handing Coon Rapids their most uneven defeat.
Well, yeah, and, you know, when we talked to the coaching, staff, they were looking for a bounce back here tonight, and certainly have not gotten one. So they'll have to go back to the drawing board again and try and figure out what they can do for next week against Robinson Armstrong. Be a home game for them.
Their final home game.
Yep.
Hansen out of the shotgun on 4th and 11. Throwing it left side, bobbled, picked off by Shai Williams. And Williams is going to be taken down right around the 11-yard line.
Oh, Shai. That's going to be interception number 4 for Shai Williams, but one of those plays where maybe you just push the ball to the ground and get a little better field position. But I understand wanting to get that interception.
Well, and you know, if you maybe get that chance to turn it upfield and turn it into a big break, but
he wasn't.
The receiver right there with him right away, Callahan Davis, was not going to let him get away. So instead, Coon Rapids starts from their own 11-yard line. Just under 5 minutes remaining. They trail 38-14. Jordan Doe in at quarterback for the Cardinals.
Coon Rapids calling the timeout. And again, we talked about Doe in at quarterback. He is the backup, obviously, to Jake Van Hulsen, getting him a little playing time here. Trailing by 24 points.
So Coon Rapids, still a lot to clean up and 2 weeks left in the regular season. Again, those are the last 2 games, are their final 2 games in the district. Won their only district game so far. Beating Forest Lake way back in week 2. So Jordan Doe, the new quarterback, out of the pistol. Will hand off to Nate Breams, and another big run for Breams. He's out across the 30 to the 32, a gain of 21.
Yeah, now he's got over 100 yards rushing on the day.
2 carries.
2 carries for
even though this run kind of destroyed his average.
I think he's okay with that.
Still an all right average at 53 yards per carry.
Yeah, you know, you're not going to keep that one up, but he'll take it.
Bad snap. Doe just has to fall on it. And he's going to lose 7 back to the 25-yard line. They'll give him the 26. So again, a loss of 6.
And Doe, just a sophomore. I know the Cardinals, both the Cardinal backup quarterbacks, just sophomores. Of course, Van Hulsen, a junior.
Doe looking to his left, back to his right, throws incomplete over the head of Marshall Holland in midfield.
Doe trying to air it out. As you mentioned, way over the head of Marshall Holland. 3 of 10 on 3rd down. That's another thing we talked about, cleaning things up.
Not going to get it done.
Nope.
Not going to get it done. I don't remember which game it was. Is it Irondale? That they were 1 of 10
I believe
on 3rd down?
I think so.
Can't win football games that way.
No.
Timeout Chanhassen, as the Cardinals went to an empty backfield and 5 receivers set.
And defensively realized that they needed to take that timeout.
Well, along with getting those guys deeper on the chart into the football game, it does mean more times you have to take those timeouts for teaching moments. Live worldwide.
Yes, on YouTube. Make sure you catch us when you can't be here live. Catch us on YouTube. Take your phone wherever you are and listen to the dulcet tones of Joe Young.
See the beautiful camera work of our
That
talented
too.
staff. Keep the sound down.
Turn on the Pink Floyd.
So Doe on 3rd and long, out of the shotgun, empty backfield, looking for Sonny Tao, incomplete. Threw it behind him just a little bit. He got his hands on it though. Looked like it was maybe a catchable ball. Would have been a first down on their midfield. Instead, it is 4th and forever. And I think the Cardinals going to send in the punting team.
Really, that's a ball you should catch.
Yeah. Thrown behind him a little bit.
Yeah, even though it's there.
That's one you got to have.
Yep.
Love it. The blockers are all looking back like
There's no punter.
There's supposed to be one more guy back here.
Who's kicking the ball?
Borelli is out there now, standing at his own 10-yard line. Short line drive boot will take a Cardinal roll and be down at the 42-yard line. That's where Chanhassen will take over with 3:32 remaining.
Now we'll see a lot of the same from Chanhassen again, just handing the ball off, running this clock out, getting their 5th win on the season.
Yeah, things going pretty much exactly as planned for Chanhassen, both tonight and through the season, through 6 weeks. Most teams will say, I'll take 5-1 after week 6.
I would think so.
Not a lot of teams that are going to be disappointed with that.
Nope. Chanhassen will travel to Bloomington Kennedy next week and then finish with Laconia at home.
Schwimmer on the carry again. Gain of about 4. Handoff, Schwimmer again, nice hole. He's got a first down to the Coon Rapids 45-yard line.
You know, again, Cardinal defense in this situation got to be concerned about how much they're giving up on the ground. We talked about Chanhassen going to Bloomington Kennedy next week. They have yet to win a game. And then they face Waconia, which will be a test for them because they're 5-0 going into tonight.
Waconia, the team that knocked off Chaska in the first round of the playoffs last year. Chaska went into the playoffs undefeated.
Fumble.
Ball came out, Cardinals have it, and returned it back near mid into Chanhassen territory. I was going to say near midfield. I thought Williams went down. Instead, he kept moving. Got across midfield. Had the interception on the last drive. He gets a fumble recovery here.
Making some things happen on defense.
So the Cardinals take over from the 47 of Chanhassen. Just over 2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. They trail big. Handoff and a good run bouncing to the outside to pick up 7 yards. Dikembe Mutombo. I'm going to start making up names when you're not
there's
on the
not
roster.
on the roster, and you pick Dikembe Mutombo.
I like Dikembe Mutombo.
No,
It was always one of my favorite names, and he had the greatest finger taunt in the game.
The best. The best.
The finger waggle.
Josh Udvig thinks you're old.
Fumble in the backfield, trying to give it to Hakeem Olajuwon, and Olajuwon able to fall back on it. Why do I choose old ex-NBA players instead of ex-NFL players? I don't know. Loss of a couple of yards. 3rd and about 7 from the 44. Doe drops back. Now pressured, in trouble, tucks it, wants to run, still looking. Dances forward for a gain. Actually, a solid gain of about 7.
Yep, did a nice job of getting some additional yards and then getting out of bounds.
Making it 4th and 3. 45 seconds remaining.
We see him again getting around that edge. I don't like the way he holds that football, but able to pick up some positive yards.
Low snap, Doe able to pick it up, steps up, throws, pass is complete, and a first down to Kamaj Gant at the 33. Doe throws complete to Marshall Holland, a gain of 9. Doe gets the snap off before the Storm able to get the 12th man off the field.
I'll give
Get
the
him
Cardinals
a free first down.
Give the Cardinals some yards.
Substitution from the defense. 5-yard penalty, repeat first down.
Good heads-up play by the young quarterback.
Making sure he snapped it.
First and 10 from the 19. Doe with time. Looking, now rolling to his left. Now is going to throw way out of the end zone over the head of Sonny Tao, and the time has expired. And the Storm will hold on for the 38-14 win.
Yeah, Cardinals trying to get that another score before the end of this game, but unfortunately not able to do it. And give credit to Chanhassen. They played a solid game on both sides of the football, and Cardinals made some mistakes and just couldn't get their offense going the way they wanted to, and couldn't stop the run the way they wanted to. And they will regroup and move on to next week.
We will take a break and be back to wrap things up from Chanhassen High School after this.
County hopes construction of the overpass can start in March or April and be finished by the start of the new school year.
Yes, I'm going to live to be 100.
Did you know you can report problems to the city with your smartphone? Download the Coon Rapids app. The Report It feature allows you to describe the problem, snap a photo, and submit it directly to the city work order system. It's an easy way to report a pothole, broken street light, or other neighborhood concern. No smartphone? Then hop online and report your concern through the city's website. City maintenance problems solved the easy way. Coon Rapids Report It.
Hi, I'm Officer Harmoning, and this is Crime Prevention in 60 Seconds. Today we're out on Round Lake Boulevard, north of 121st Avenue, at the pedestrian crosswalk. This crosswalk is different than any other crosswalk we have in Coon Rapids. The difference is that it has 3 separate intervals of lights. The first light will be a flashing yellow light, which is on immediately upon pushing the button by a pedestrian. That yellow light means to slow down for any motorist. That light then turns to 2 solid red lights, which means the motorist must come to a complete stop before the crosswalk. That solid red will then turn to alternating flashing red lights, which means the motorist must come to a complete stop before the crosswalk, and then they may proceed through the crosswalk if it is safe to do so. And remember, motorists, this crosswalk has 3 alternating lights. Yellow means caution and slow down. Solid red means come to a complete stop. And flashing red means stop, and then you may proceed when safe to do so and when all pedestrians are out of the crosswalk. That's it for now, and until next time, remember, together we can make a difference.
This is my kingdom come. This is my kingdom come.
Hi, I'm Ryan Nagasu, 2010 Olympian and bronze medal winner of the 2014 U.S. Championships. I knew I loved skating at the age of 5, and now it's become my life passion. Find yours.